Hi, fifth graders. Let's warm up our brains a little bit. So we're going to do some adding and subtracting with decimals. First, starting with adding. So if you have 7,258 thousandths and you add one more thousandth, how many thousandths would you have? You should have 7,259 thousandths. What would that look like in decimal form? And here's what I'm doing in my head. I have to add 1,000th. So I'm figuring out which of these numbers is in the thousandths place. That one. So that's going to be one more. So I'm going to rewrite this number with one more. That is 7 and 259 thousandths. Let's do another one. If you have 7 ones, 258 thousandths, this time let's add 3 hundredths to that. So again, it's easier to think of them with decimals. We're adding 3 hundredths. Which number is in our hundredths place? How do we increase that by 3? What would it be? Write it on your place value chart, or on your whiteboard, excuse me. Let's do another one. 7 ones, 258 thousandths, plus 4 tenths. I'm adding 4 tenths. Which number is in my tenths place? Solve on your whiteboard. What would this be? Last one. 6 ones, 453 thousandths. And let's add 4 hundredths to that. Again, much easier to think of it with decimals. We're adding 4 hundredths. Which one's in my hundredths place? And how do I add 4? Solve on your whiteboard. If you need more time to solve, please pause the video before looking at the answers. All right, so at the top, I'm increasing this 5 by 3. So my new number is going to be 7.288. 5 plus 2 is 8. So my hundredths is now 8. On this one, I'm increasing by 4 tenths. The 2 is currently in my tenths place. So I'm going to rewrite that 7 decimal. 2 plus 4 is 6. I now have 6 tenths. My hundredths and thousandths stayed the same. Last one, I am increasing by 4 hundredths. My 5 is in the hundredths place. So the 6 ones, 4 tenths will stay the same. 5 hundredths plus 4 hundredths is 9 hundredths. And my 3 thousandths will stay the same. Let's try this with subtraction. So our numbers are going to get smaller. Set it up the same, so let's take a look. We have 4 ones, 8 hundredths, and we're subtracting by 2 ones. This one's a little bit easier because we see we had 4 ones. If we take away 2 ones, taking away 2 from that 4, we now have 2 ones, and our 8 hundredths stayed the same. Let's try another one. 9 tenths, 7 thousandths, take away 4 thousandths. I see the values are in common here, so the 9 tenths should stay. How can I do 7 thousandths minus 4 thousandths? What would that be? Solve on your whiteboard. Next one is 4 ones, 582 thousandths. This time we're subtracting 3 hundredths, which I don't see here. So here's my hundredths. What number here is in my hundredths place? Take away 3 of those hundredths and write it on your whiteboard. 2 more. 9 ones, 708 thousandths, and we're going to take away 4 tenths. If we're taking away 4/10, what number is in the tenths place? Take away 4 of them and write them on your whiteboard. And last one, 4 ones, 73 thousandths, and we're taking away 4 hundredths. If we're taking away 4 hundredths, which number here is in our hundredths place? Take away 4 of them, and write it on your whiteboard. Pause the video if you need more time to solve. Okay, so up top, we had 7 thousandths. We're taking away 4 thousandths, which means we'd have 3 thousandths left. The tenths is going untouched. Nothing was in our hundredths, and we have 3 thousandths left over. On this one, we had 3 hundredths. Our 8 is in our hundredths place. So if we're taking away 3 from the 8, our 1 stays the same, our tenth stays the same, and our hundredths, 8 minus 3 is 5, and our thousandth stays the same. Next one, we have 4/10 that we're taking away, and right now we have 7/10. So my 1s are untouched. 7/10 minus 4/10 is 3/10. My hundredths is the same, and so is my thousandths. Last one. I'm taking away 4 hundredths, and I had 7 hundredths to start. My 4 ones is going to stay the same. I already didn't have anything in my tenths. 7 hundredths minus 4 hundredths is 3 hundredths. And that 3 thousandths stays the same. So this was a good warm-up because our sprint today is going to go over, I believe it's adding decimals. So when you're ready to do that, go to the next slide. Good job, everyone.